From corporate secrets to animal superheroes, from history's weirdest moments to the quirkiest science you've ever heard, this list has it all. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's jump straight in. Fact 1. Did you know that for Costco Wholesale Corporation, most of the profit doesn't actually come from the stuff they sell? It comes from their membership fees. According to recent analysis, about 65% of their operating profit comes from membership income rather than the markup on products. What this means, they keep product margins razor thin, so customers feel they're getting unbeatable deals, while the membership model funds the profit engine. Smart, right? Fact 2. Our brains, they're not as trustworthy as we think. Scientists have shown that our brains can generate entirely false memories that feel just as real as genuine ones. In fact, memory implantation research demonstrates that with the right cues, people can be led to believe they experienced something that never happened. So next time you swear you remember that event exactly, maybe pause and ask, is it real or just really convincing? Fact 3. Here's a slice of history. The journalist Daniel Schorr once read out on live television the infamous enemies list of Richard Nixon and discovered his own name was on it. It's a perfect example of how truth sometimes gets stranger than fiction. Fact 4. Meet the desert champ, the kangaroo rat. It lives in extremely arid environments and can survive its entire life without ever drinking a drop of water. How? It gets all the moisture it needs from the seeds it eats and by producing ultra-concentrated urine to conserve what little water it has. Nature's survival hacks never cease to amaze. Fact 5. Travel back to 1815. A man named George Wilson set out to walk 1,000 miles around London in 20 days. The press covered it, crowds turned up, circus acts followed, and on the 16th day, just 1 mile into it, Wilson was arrested for disturbing the peace, proof that even ambitious endurance feats can fall prey to chaos and spectacle. Fact 6. The notorious Great Stink of London in 1858. Hot weather plus untreated human waste in the River Thames equals unbearable stench across the city. The crisis triggered the construction of a massive new sewer system, parts of which are still in use today. Sometimes disasters lead to major infrastructure leaps. Fact 7. Here's a charging myth busted. Using slow charging on your electronics instead of fast charging doesn't significantly slow down battery aging, but limiting your charge to around 80% does help a bit. Smart tip for the tech lovers out there. You're better off controlling max charge than obsessing over charge speed. Fact 8. In the 1980s, the soft drink giant Pepsi purportedly had the 6th largest navy in the world, surpassing Australia's naval fleet at the time. Yes, you read that right. A soda company with a fleet to match major nations. Fact 9. The mighty Peregrine Falcon, when it dives to catch prey, it can reach speeds of up to 240 miles per hour, 386 kilometers per hour. That makes it the fastest creature on Earth, at least in a dive. Imagine being a pigeon and seeing that blur coming from the sky. Fact 10. On the planet Mercury, daytime surface temperatures can soar to around 420 degrees Celsius, and that's just during the day. It gives hot in the sun a whole new meaning. Fact 11. Finland may seem like a big, spacious country, but population-wise, it's tiny. In fact, Finland has about half the population of New Jersey, despite being 70 times larger in land area. A whole country with a population of one small U.S. state. Fact 12. A man once bought a Storage Wars unit for $500 and found a stash containing $7.5 million in cash. But here's the twist. The original owners tracked him down and offered $1.2 million to get the money back. He accepted. Still, turning $500 into $1.2 million might be the greatest return on investment ever. Fact 13. In the Russian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the live audience became so untrustworthy that contestants rarely used the Ask the Audience lifeline. Why? Because audiences intentionally gave wrong answers as a joke, making the lifeline nearly useless. Fact 14. About 30% of people are natural night owls. Their bodies are genetically wired to feel sleepy later and stay alert at night. So if you can't sleep early, you might not be lazy. Your biology simply runs on a different schedule. Fact 15. During the 1970s energy crisis, President Richard Nixon did something no sitting U.S. president has ever done. He skipped Air Force One and flew commercial on a regular United Airlines flight from Washington to Los Angeles. Imagine being a random passenger and realizing the president is sitting a few rows ahead. Fact 16. In 1807, the British Empire banned the slave trade and used the Royal Navy to enforce it. Any ship caught carrying enslaved people was fined 100 pounds per person, a massive amount at the time. Tragically, many captains, to avoid the fine, threw enslaved people overboard when they saw Navy ships approaching. Fact 17. In 1934, Mussolini ordered engineers to fix the Leaning Tower of Pisa and make it stand straight. They drilled 361 holes and poured 90 cubic meters of concrete into the base. The result? The tower sank even deeper into the soil, leaning more than before. Fact 18. In 2001, a wealthy private jet passenger pressured his pilots to break flight restrictions, even entering the cockpit to intimidate them. The result was a terrible chain of mistakes that led to a crash, killing all 18 passengers on board. A tragic example of how ego can override aviation safety. Fact 19. NBA player Brian Scalabrine, known as a bench player who averaged only 3 points per game, challenged 4 trash talkers who claimed they could beat him one-on-one. Final score? Scalabrine won every match with a combined score of 44-6. Just a reminder, even the worst NBA player is insanely good. Fact 20. For decades, it was believed that 54,246 Americans died in the Korean War, and this number was even engraved on the Korean War Memorial. But in 2000, researchers discovered the number was a clerical error. The true death toll was 36,940, almost 17,000 fewer. A simple mistake changed history's records for half a century. Fact 21. Prize-winning photographer Bob East went in for surgery to remove an eye due to cancer. But tragically, he never woke up. A horrific medical error occurred. Formaldehyde, the chemical meant to preserve his removed eyeball, was mistakenly injected into his spine, killing him instantly. One of the most shocking hospital mistakes ever recorded. And there you have it. 21 astonishing facts that prove how weird, unbelievable, and fascinating our world really is. If any of these surprised you, hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this video with someone who loves crazy facts. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious.